It almost smells like a Biffy to me. Alright, so today is July Raves and Rejects. I literally just said that 25,000 times. It is 8 in the morning right now. Night after the Bachelorette finale. JoJo chose the wrong guy. Definitely feeling like I need a little caffeine. Can tell this is gonna be an interesting filming day. I didn't film a June Raves and Rejects last month. Can't remember why. So I have a shit ton of products right here in this box to show you guys. It's likely gonna be a super long video, so go grab your burrito, get some wine, whatever your thing is. I just want to start off this video by saying welcome to all the new Bayritos. If you're new here, say hi down below. If this is your first Raves and Rejects on my channel, I don't take monthly favorites videos lightly. I don't just last minute throw all these things in a basket. These are actually things that I have been thoroughly using these past couple months that I think is worth your guys' money. I have a bunch of exciting things coming up, but one of them is that I'm going to be in New York for BeautyCon this year, which I'm super excited about. Me and Mallory 1712 are going to be staying together for a few nights there, and we are going to be going to BeautyCon, so not sure if we're doing some kind of like meetup situation yet, but we are going to be at BeautyCon New York October 1st. So excited. It's going to be a good time. Also, one last thing, then we're going to jump into this. I have two giant giveaways coming soon, which was supposed to be for hitting 150,000. But we're still doing it. So one of them is going to be on Instagram and another one is going to be on YouTube. I'm not sure which video I'm going to be throwing it into, so just stay tuned on Instagram and on YouTube. There's going to be two giant giveaways. Let's get into the makeup. So this month was basically the month of highlighters for me. A lot of these are ones that I've never heard anyone talk about, so I'm really excited to share them with you guys. I found 3 amazing, affordable highlighters that all of you need in your life. So the first one is what I'm wearing right now. This is actually an eyeshadow. I mentioned this on Snapchat and on Instagram. This is the Essence 01 Snowflake. This is actually an eyeshadow. As soon as I swatched this in store, my first thought was that this could be a really good highlighter just because the formula of this is so soft, not powdery at all. It doesn't have any kind of glitter in it. It's just this beautiful sheen when you put it on your face. I don't know why I'm swatching it because it's literally on my face right now. There is no glitter. This looks almost identical to Becca Pearl, except that it's $2 or $1. I need to figure that out. Obviously, if you don't have pale skin, this white shade will probably be too light for you, but if you do have pale skin, stunning. I like pure white highlighters on my skin. Gold highlighters, champagne pop, those kinds of shades don't look that great on my skin. I really like a white light highlighter. Pick this up at Ulta or Fred Meyer, whatever you have. You will not regret this. If you don't like it as a highlighter, use it as an inner corner shade. I have the shade 08 Apricot here to show you guys as well. This one is also beautiful, but on my skin I do like Snowflake a little bit better. This one is more of a champagne kind of color, but the formula again is just like they need to repackage these and turn it into a highlighter because these are amazing. Most underrated highlighter on YouTube that I've been talking about for years is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Brick, except this is in a new shade to me. For years I've been using the Warm Nude palette. This is Natural Nude and this one is 50,000 times more stunning. I didn't think it could get more beautiful. Pretty much any skin tone could use this depending on what yours is. You'd obviously just go in with lighter or darker shades. For me, I like to use a mix of these ones up here. It is so beautiful. It looks almost identical to Snowflake. It just has a tiny bit more like pink tones in it. This is just so underrated. You can use this as eyeshadow. Go pick up the shade Natural Nude. Last highlight I've been obsessed with this month is the Etude House Secret Beam Highlighter. I randomly found this on Amazon when I was looking for the Golden Rose Stick Foundation, I think. This is like $8, $9, stunning. The shade of this reminds me a lot of the Physicians Formula one. It's more on like the pinky, almost purpley side, which looks beautiful with the blush I'm gonna show you next. When you swatch this, the formula of it feels a little bit stiff. Not chalky, just a little bit stiff. Swatching this does not even do it justice because when you apply this to your face, no words. The brush I've been using to apply my highlight is the Sigma F03. I picked this back up because my Morphe 519 brush, is that what it's called? Totally frayed. I just need to wash it again and like condition it and get it back into shape, but I've just been too lazy to do that. So I've been using this brush and it is beautiful. There's something about the quality of Sigma brushes. I 100% think Sigma brushes are worth it. I've had my Sigma F82 and F80 brushes for almost 5 years. They have not broke, they have not shed, they're just amazing quality. Something you have to keep in mind with Morphe is that they're good short-term affordable brushes. They're not long-term. Glue is not the highest quality. It can be tricky if you're on a budget and just want to grab something cheap right off the bat, but honestly, Sigma brushes are worth the investment to me. So just keep that in mind when you're purchasing brushes. These are expensive, they are an investment, but they last. So the blush I've been wearing every single day, I think there's been like 2 days where I've applied a different blush this month, is Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in a Purple Haze. I think this might be limited edition, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can still find this on Amazon. This is a couple bucks. Wet n Wild reformulated their color icon blushes, and these formulas are so much nicer. These blend out beautifully. I'm wearing it right now. It has a little bit of a glow to it. I wouldn't say it's like a shimmery blush or anything, but it does have a little bit of a glow. Have I seriously already been talking for 20 minutes? So liquid lipsticks that I have fallen in love with this month are the Be Hue liquid lipsticks. These are amazing. I have about 6 shades of them. I wore a few different shades of these during 15 days of foundation. If you ever want to know if I have a video mentioning a product or wearing a certain product, you can literally just type into YouTube the Tayla and then the name of the product. I type everything in the description box, so that video should pop up for you. 2 of my favorite shades are Natural Nude, which I'm wearing right now, and Pretty Penny, which is this beautiful orangey red without too much orange in it. This brand is brand new, so if you haven't heard of them before, that is why. I think they're only a few months old. Honestly, one of the best liquid lipstick formulas I have come across so far. They have a normal doe foot applicator. They're not drying on the lips, but they do dry completely matte. Long lasting. The scent of these reminds me of like a pumpkin spice latte. It's like vanilla mixed with the pumpkin spice latte. But I've been loving these. I've been reaching for these over my Stila. I believe you can only get these on their website right now, so I'm gonna link them down below along with everything else I'm mentioning today, obviously, like always. So foundation favorite of the month, you probably all can guess if you watched 15 days of foundation. If not, I'm gonna leave that playlist down below. You can go watch all the videos. I did announce in the wrap-up video that I'm going to be continuing 15 days of foundation. We're also starting Foundation Friday this week, this Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. The very first Foundation Friday video will be up, which I'm super excited about. But anyways, favorite foundation, hands down, Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. Not going to go in depth about this because I literally did a whole review on it. Only con for me is that I do have to apply quite a bit of this and layer it to get the kind of coverage I like. But if you mix in a couple drops of the Cover FX custom cover drops, these are awesome for mixing in with foundation. I literally use about 1/3 of the product when I use these two together. However, I am 99% sure that these break me out. That's kind of a bummer, so instead lately I've been mixing this with the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation, which is what's on my face right now. I literally just drop in a couple drops of Marc Jacobs. It's really good coverage. The formulas of them together just work really well. New powder discovery this month has been the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin in the shade 10. This actually has salicylic acid in it, which I love. My skin loves salicylic acid. The shade 10 is on the darker side, so if you're my skin tone or a little bit lighter, it'll probably be too dark. I use it to actually warm up my face if I have a foundation combo or a foundation that looks a little bit too pale. The formula of this is just so soft, doesn't look powdery on your face, which is what I like about it. Literally just kind of melts into your skin. This is definitely more of a matte finish, drugstore liking this. So eyeshadows that I'm wearing right now, I've shown on Snapchat a bunch this month. I've worn a bunch in my 15 days of foundation videos and the vibrating sponge video, which a ton of you guys were asking what eyeshadows I was wearing in that video. All of them were Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I've had this palette for probably 6 months or a year now, and I never really reached for it until this month. I don't know what inspired me to actually start playing around with these, but I am so glad I did because I feel like I've been missing out in life. So Makeup Geek shadows, if you're not familiar with them, are pretty affordable. You just buy the little single pans here and you can stick them in a Z palette or any kind of magnetic palette that you have. Matte ones blend out beautifully, but some of them are almost too powdery where you blend and it kind of disappears a little bit. But I do really like Peach Smoothie, which is like cult favorite blending shade right here. I'm just gonna tell you what's on my eyes right now because that's pretty much the ones I've been reaching for most often. So I have Peach Smoothie in the crease as a transition color. Then I went in with this shade right here, which is stunning. So my favorite shadows from them are definitely their foiled eyeshadows. They have such a unique formula. They're super shimmery, reflective foiled shadows, but they don't have any kind of fallout at all because they're almost like, I don't even know how to describe it. It feels almost like a gel formula to me. This is a shade Starry Eyed. This is what's all over my lids right now. In the center of my lid and on the inner corner is the shade Whimsical, which is this light pink foiled eyeshadow. It almost looks, okay, we're getting some major creasing going on. Inglot liner, love the way it goes on, but damn, it creases every single time. So this shade Whimsical looks like it's gonna be super pinky purple, but when you actually put it on your eye, it's this beautiful, like light, shimmery, almost white pink shade. I just put this right on the center of my lid to get some dimension, and I also have it on my inner corner today. Another favorite of mine is In the Spotlight, which is also a foiled eyeshadow. Look at that reflectiveness. This one is more of a peachy shade. These are just gorgeous. You don't need to wet your brush at all when you use these. And then another favorite, which I don't think is foiled. No, this is just one of their eyeshadows. This is in the shade Voltage. This is amazing for the inner corner. If you want that super bright pop in your inner corner, it almost has a little bit of like yellow or light goldish green in it, but it's still light enough to put on the inner corner. Definitely recommend those foiled eyeshadows for Makeup Geek. I'm pretty sure my thing says 30 minutes right now. This is gonna be fun to edit. Super quick mention, matte shadows. Been using the e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette. Ever since filming the e.l.f. One Brand tutorial, I've been reaching for this a lot. I'll usually use the matte shadows from here, go in with a couple of the shimmery Makeup Geek shadows, and then I'm set. For the price, you cannot beat this. Some of them are a little bit stiffer than others, but overall, like, look at that pigmentation. All right, so we have a couple more raves, and I'm gonna go into rejects. 2 skincare favorites this month. This is the Paula's Choice BHA Liquid Lotion. Mentioned this in my nighttime routine. If you wanna see my current skincare routine along with what I do at night, you can go watch my nighttime routine video. You guys recommended this in my last skincare routine video like months ago. If you have issues with texture, try out a BHA. If you use this in the morning under your foundation, the glowiness just comes through. It looks beautiful under foundation. I know that's not its purpose, but this is honestly better than some of my like illuminating primers. Second skincare item that I had to mention, if you follow me on Snapchat, you've heard me talk about this or wear this 5,000 times at this point, but this is the new L'Oreal Pure Clay mask. They don't actually have the name of this one, but I believe it's like the detoxifying one. L'Oreal came out with 3 new masks. This one is by far my favorite. There's something about it that my skin just really likes. I am almost like halfway done with it right now. The formula of this reminds me exactly of the Origins Black Charcoal Mask. Very almost gel-like formula when you put it on your face, but it completely dries down, and I just leave it on for probably like an hour and a half, and then I wash off my face, and my face just feels super smooth. On to the fun part, rejects. So I didn't want to put in any of the foundation rejects this month because there was quite a few, and I mentioned all of those in the best and worst of 15 days of foundation video. So I'm not including any of those products here because you already know how I feel about them. I did have one foundation reject to mention though, not a part of that series. Because I didn't do a June Raves and Rejects video, I couldn't mention this one. But this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. Now, I know a lot of people love this foundation. For me personally, this one really didn't work. I'm not sure if I just got a dud. I almost want to pick up another because it just feels so oily to me. Like when I put it on my face, it doesn't feel like a dewy foundation. It feels like a liquid, greasy formula. I just can't get this to work on my skin. I've tried mixing it in with other stuff, and it just goes to show that every product works really differently for different people. I will say some people are calling this full coverage. This is not full coverage. Next reject is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Milkshake. Now, I have never purchased an Anastasia liquid lipstick until literally a month ago. I don't know, they've just never really been that attractive to me. I purchased the shade Milkshake and Stripped at Sephora, kind of to see if it was worth all of the hype. Ooh, and it is so not, in my opinion. These remind me of a worse version of the ColourPop Ultra Matte lips. They are super drying, they crack, you can't apply over them. This shade, Milkshake in particular, is extremely patchy. I'm definitely going to be returning this shade because it's just too patchy to wear. To get an even application, you have to use a couple layers of this. Next reject is this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Pro Glow Illuminator. I had high hopes for this because I usually have good luck with the like color correcting kind of highlighters. When you mix colors together like this, the shade usually comes out really beautifully. This formula is just so shitty. The great thing is that it swatches pretty nice. Like, it looks like it's gonna be okay when you swatch it, but as soon as you put this on your face, it literally just all disappears. I have no idea what happens to it. It's a little bit on the powdery, chalky side, just kind of disappears off your face, and not a fan. My last reject, this is the Freedom Pro Studio Strobe Cream. I think I used this in a Shadow and Schmooze video, so I'll link it down below if I did. It just really doesn't do anything. It's more of like a really highly scented moisturizer. I don't see the glow, I don't see any strobing effects going on. It's pretty much just like a lightweight moisturizer. What is this scent? It smells like, it almost smells like a Biffy to me. Like, you know that scent? Not like a shit scent, but just like a porta potty scent. It has that weird scent. Alright, that was all of my raves and rejects. I hope you guys liked this video. It was probably extremely long. If you like this and it was helpful for you, give it a thumbs up. I always love when you guys tweet me or tag me on Instagram things that you have purchased off of my recommendations. So if you're not following me on Twitter, Instagram is all the Taylor, Snapchat is the Taylor Snaps. Who's excited for Foundation Friday, this Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time? Love you guys, thanks for watching, see you in my next video. Bye.